She's a bit edgy and she's a bit sweet. And together, Sean and Claire Butendorp are the 24-year-old masterminds behind the fashion label Shock and Awe.
Being twins, people love to kind of categorize you. People are always like, well, Sean, you're so edgy and like rocker-like, and Claire, you like to be more effeminate and girly. And so Shock and Awe was born out of that.
Plus, Shock and Awe actually is defined as a swift overthrow. It's technically a military term, but I was thinking, well, we could have a swift overthrow of like the fashion industry and make our mark.
And in their 3 short years in the business, that's exactly what they've done.
We've done Katy Perry a couple times. We've done Nervo, who's a twin DJ group. We've done Little Mix. They were X Factor winners. We've done Joey Cook on American Idol. We've done Aria Crescendo. We've done, there are so many now.
And with accomplishments like that, you may expect to find their studio in New York or LA, but nope, they're right here in Grand Ledge, working out of their childhood home.
It's tight, but it works for us.
They've made garments that have traveled the world, been splashed on the pages of high-end fashion magazines, and have millions of eyes ogling their designs on store shelves, runways, social media, the movies,
Girls just wanna have fun.
and 2 of this season's American Idol contestants. And they've done it all from this 12 by 12 foot space.
Why not just be girls from Michigan who said, I want to do this and I'm going to make it happen? And it has, just because we have decided to make it happen.
And since we don't really know what the future is holding, let's just be content for the time being.
So, though the room may be small, their dreams are anything but.
Honestly, my proudest accomplishment is yet to come.
But had it not been for a robotics competition in high school, this dream may have never happened, because the then 16-year-old twins wanted to be architects and engineers and go to an Ivy League school. That is, until they got to that competition.
And I hated it, but it's just not something that I would be good at. I mean, the robot would have to be like bedazzled or something.
Instead, they turned to a career in fashion. What they said was architecture and engineering for the human form, and went to LCC for their associates in fashion technology.
We didn't go to some large, prestigious, fancy fashion institute. We went to LCC, and
we supplemented our education with trial and error, with YouTube videos, by reading books, by
all of that. But it shows you the wealth of knowledge that's here in mid-Michigan, and that you can make anything happen as long as you just have the will to do so.
That will took them to New York City as interns under fashion icon Betsy Johnson, which inspired them to go back to school and get their bachelor's degrees in applied science at the University of Michigan. In the midst of it all, on a whim, they decided to celebrate their 21st birthdays by seeing Katy Perry in concert in New York City.
So we bought meet and greet tickets. So we decided we should make outfits for ourselves. If we're going to meet Katy Perry, may as well meet her in something we've made.
Hoping she'd not only like their outfits, but want one of her own. So the duo decided to make one for her too.
It was a spur of the moment kind of, well, we have nothing to lose.
Why not give it a go?
5 months and $800 later, they created this.
It has conversation hearts across the front.
A dress Katy would go on to wear more than 25 times on tour, in magazines, and in her documentary, Part of Me.
So that was really the start of Shock and Awe.
What would follow would be another equally iconic dress for Katy, an agent, a website, and requests from across the country for more Shock and Awe.
Can't wait to have a closet full of you.
In the future, we want to have our own stores. We want to have a full, fully manufactured line. We want to be able to be on red carpets and whatnot.
But until then, they're creating their empire, one stitch at a time, from right here in mid-Michigan.
In some ways, we can never dream too big, because if we've made this happen thus far, we're only 24. What happens when we're 54? I don't know. It could be great.